I found that the relationship between the PM and especially with the vendor, and they actually put the date inside the contract. So it actually play a part of what is the project management involvement in this play?
Date. So what do you mean?
Like the deliver date, like the commission date.
Okay, you're talking about milestones. These are generally called milestones.
Right. Some sort of
milestone.
Yeah.
My name is Lillian. In a situation where we have a legal department who draft out all the contract, and we as project managers or who's in charge of the project would need to sign, but because it's gone through legal department, so it's supposed to be okay. Now, if somebody in the legal department screws up, but it's our name on the contract, so what happens? And sorry, another one is, remember just now you mentioned that they've gone through this little schedule with the Big Five, and the Big Five said, okay, being the auditors, won't they be liable as well?
Okay.
Right. When you start with the contract, it's always on a higher basis when you actually talk to the higher level, right? So we want to deliver this system and so on, all right? Most of the time when the project actually starts, that's where we have the requirement studies that we actually sign off that
you do a requirement capture.
On, yeah. So when we actually sign off on that one, right? Now on the contract is very high level, probably a few statements, right? Then you have the FD. Does the FD actually have a stand on the contract itself?
I don't understand what you mean by FD.
Yeah.
I only do fixed deposit.
Okay, sorry. And then functional design. Basically, the purpose you get the.
And then number 9 is what is the effect and consequences for false declaring compliances? These are the things.
Yeah,
when you bid for project, comply, right? Cut and paste. Okay, why don't we address this?
This one I want to address.
Yes.
Okay. Most of you respond to bids, right? And then your role is to either draw up the specifications or to say comply or not comply, right? Some of you, honestly answer. Okay? A lot of girls honestly answer. Okay. Again, with guys, it's the fellows who can stretch it a bit, and then you have a manager who asks you to stretch it a little bit longer. You can't comply. I gave you the example of 40,000 meters. You do this on a small job, you may be able to buy your way out. A lot of people buy their way out. You know what I mean? Buy their way out. I can't comply later on. I say I can't comply, then you do a negative PO. A lot of people try to do that. But if you can't comply and the system starts giving problems, the entire system may be rejected as an endemic failure. Endemic means mati lo, all died. So nothing you can resuscitate. So if you are responding to a thing, make sure you can do it. Don't ever respond to a tender saying, I know somebody is producing going to develop the software or the product. I will, 2 years, they've already come and showed us their demo, it's going to work. Don't buy that. Until it's finished beta testing and up, don't respond, you can do something. You will get into trouble at the end of the day. At the end of the day, that one, they can come down to your head directly, project manager. You responded to the tender, you said we can do, now we can't do, we are being sued out. So don't do this.
Do you have any success story to share from how you have seen like some IT-based engineer or IT-based project manager who able to learn all this knowledge about contract management or commercial management so that he turned out to be someone like able to climb up in the corporate ladder? There's someone to share?
There was this lady. Okay? We all worked on the job. She joined from MAS. She was paid $2,000 when we hired her. Okay? She showed a lot of aptitude. We trained her. We spent money on her. And we made her a system integration expert. She is the airline-based industry. So when we were building the box, that where all the plug-and-play box for KLIA, for the IV, she took over the responsibility. It was a lot of work, long hours, a lot of systems she learned. So her salary jumped. Okay. Then my assistant, as the head of commercial, my assistant left. She was interested. She wanted to learn. So she sat down. She didn't know anything. She followed us through contracts, after negotiations, And lawyers and contract people come at the end. We work at 12 o'clock. After you all are finished, we tie the knots. Today, because of a vast knowledge thing, MAS has hired her back as and when she likes, not when they like. She wants to work, she says, okay, I'll work for you 6 months on a project. She makes about $30,000 a month in a space of 10 years. She makes $30,000 a month. So children need her, so she quit. She go back to work for children. Her children are independent, their studies are doing well. She is fed up of that, she goes back to work. She is commercially good. She is very good. She's one person who's purely engineering background. I would trust her to negotiate. She can't run, but I would trust her to negotiate and handle my commercial matters. She's very, very good. If she has as an engineer, I'll ask you this, I'm going to tell you this. How far can you design software repeatedly that's so good that you're making Apple iPhone? You need to grow, you need to diversify.